Hello everyone, today my colleagues and I are going to be presenting our final presentation for the undergraduate research competition in Abu Dhabi. Our topic is FireFly, which is about autonomous rescue drones. The combat against fires in the UAE has become an issue in the past few years, and since it's a first world country, it's famous for its sky-high towers and skyscrapers. But with these advancements comes great risks. For example, the Address Hotel was set ablaze on New Year's Eve 2016, and considering that the fire originated on the 20th floor, the location and height of the building made it difficult for firefighting team to access the fire and control it. Another example is of the torch towers that are located in Marina. They caught flames twice, once in 2015 and once again in 2017. And these past fire occurrences highlight the importance of immediate response when it comes to fire eruptions, since the first few minutes can be quite critical, and those extra minutes can cost human lives and great losses.
The main issue concerning a fire emergency is how fast it spreads and the immediate requirement for firefighter response. Low-tech firefighting tools may not allow for a quick extinguishing time, which can lead for the situation to worsen and get out of control. Another problem that is faced is the height at which some of these fires can erupt. With conventional firefighting equipment, it can be nearly impossible to reach these high-story buildings. Furthermore, the lack of information at the fire scene can make the firefighters unable to properly contain the fire. Information such as how extensive the fire can spread and how many potential victims are trapped. All this plays a really important role.
Considering the issues that arise when dealing with fire combat, the proposed solution is a fire rescue drone. These drones will be equipped with all the necessary parts to help fight fires more efficiently. The drones can be categorized according to specific tasks and purposes. The drones are responsible for extinguishing the fire and will be equipped with fire extinguishing walls. They will also include thermal imaging cameras and sensors that are trained with AI, which can detect and predict the spread of the fire. They will also have the responsibility of breaking large windows of the building and providing trapped victims with the fire rescue kits. These rescue kits can include fire masks, fire blankets, first aid kits, and oxygen masks. The drone will have a camera with facial recognition and added AI features, and will help recognize a person's condition and also help lead the victims to exit the building. Finally, they will be able to figure out vital information about the fire, such as the extent of the fire and the level of toxicity, the nature of the fire that has erupted. The advancements that come with using firefighting and rescue drones, such as the cameras, sensors, and battery life, are expected to help firefighters reach higher ground and extinguish fires more efficiently.
The benefits of the rescue drone are early containment of the fire, increased chance of rescue, better access to the fire in high areas, faster arrival at the scene, acquiring more data and information about the fire, better understanding of the scene, decreasing damage cost in the long run, increased chance in victim survival, faster access to the medical kits for trapped victims, reducing rescue costs, monitoring the status of the victims, and increasing safety of the firefighters.
The component and the technologies which is used in the drone are cameras, which are image recognition camera, will recognize the human inside the building and also recognize the signs inside the building. The next is temperature camera, which is recognize the temperature of the building and also can understand where is the most effective fire and most highest temperature area. The second is 3D mapping camera will map the building and map inside the building for outside station to understand how it's inside and outside the building to gain better access to the building. The second main components are sensors, which are gas sensors, will understand which type of gases are in the building. And the next one is body temperature sensor, which gives the condition of the drone to the outside control center, which temperature the drone is currently is, because it should not go more than the temperature that is required for the drone. I-beam light on board in the drone, so it can give an indication of where the drone is when it's inside the building. Because during this mode, human cannot see it. To avoid the crash with the humans, we have to put I-beam lights so they can understand where the drone is located. Then next one is the brain of the robot, which use Raspberry Pi to collect the data, GPS, and flight control. It will have a speaker for ground control to communicate with the people that got stuck inside the building. And also it will have a 5 kg of payload plus carrying the balls, the fire extinction ball, at least 4 of them. And next will be the smart tablet and the smart screen, which will be on the ground station, will give all the data and process all the data that's coming from the drone to the AI engine. The main functionality of the drone will be 45 minutes of flight time, which will be spent 20 minutes on reaching the site and 25 minutes to spend to combat the fire. And the drone will be having a smart charging station, which will be powered by solar panel. The drone can go back to the station and change the battery in a few seconds. And the drones will have a gyroscope, which helps the drones to be balanced and helps the drone to reach the location safely. With 4 main functionality of the drone. Number 1 will be to scan the area using thermal, 3D, and thermal 3D cameras, which help to get a 3D dimension of the building, which areas are the most heated and which areas are the most affected, which can be processed by the data by artificial intelligence data processor that can give an exact indication of how bad is the fire and which areas are the most affected. And by using those data, the fire extinction team can identify where they can have the most effective. The second functionality of the drone will be to deploy a fire extinction ball, which will be deployed by using 2 high-speed motors, but it will be analyzed where to deploy safely and most effectively by using the data from the first functionality of the drone. And the third functionality of the drone is to go inside the building and identify the gases and the effects that the fire caused, and also how many people and where the people are located. So it can use the image recognition cameras to identify where is the nearest exit signs and where is the nearest safe place that the people that got affected inside the building can move to. So the fire extinction team can easily get access to them and get them out of the area. And the fourth functionality is if there is anybody injured or if anybody need a medical need, it can, the same way that is deploying the ball, it can have the same design of the ball, which can have the medical kit inside it, and it can shoot the medical kit outside, and it can give the first medical kit, which is a face mask, protective to the people that got affected in this scenario. Thank you.
The estimated cost of the drone will be 30 to 50,000 dirhams in the early stages of prototyping. When the product reaches the manufacturing stage, the price of the product will rapidly reduce.
The intended investors for such projects would be the government, but would also include private investors interested in aiding such an initiative. They would be interested in general security and prevention of fire outbreaks in their buildings and local properties. Therefore, they'll be willing to fund this project. The potential investors for this project would be the government, business incubators, military and defense, industrial operations, hospitality industry. Stakeholders, certain individuals and organizations have an interest in drones such as FireFly. Such examples can be owners and drone manufacturers, fire organizations, government and local authorities, insurance companies, municipality and civilians, customers, or private fire protection organizations.
In conclusion, we propose the conceptual system prototype to help combat fire using drones as first responders. Considering that the traditional methods of firefighting are still relatively low-tech, the integration of drones with fire combat will help with quick response, easier access to high-rise buildings, added information about the fire scene, vital data about victims' count and incident environment, and a general improvement to the firefighting task. The drones will have 4 main functionalities that include various components: a camera system fire extinguishing balls to control the fire, different types of emergency kits to help aid the victims. The future of fire combat will be greatly improved with the incorporation of these autonomously operated drones that are AI ML empowered, making them exactly what is needed to solve most of the issues and setbacks that the firefighters experience. Their incorporation in several monitoring missions is a hot trend in making cities smarter. Thank you for listening.